Before we get to this video, yet again, I'm going to talk to you about FUTTRADING.co.uk. I know a lot of you get annoyed by it, but it is what allows me to do this job full time. So thank you to everyone that has subscribed so far this year. The feedback has been phenomenal. But FUTTRADING.co.uk is a website that was launched by myself and Dan, aka V273, over on Twitch, whereby you guys learn how to trade and get given buying and selling prices for so many cards. We're talking thousands of cards on the market. And just gone live right now is our League SBC investment guide where you guys can make hundreds of thousands of coins from. And icons are now live on the site, buying and selling prices for pretty much every single icon on this game. It's £10 a month for tier 1, which gets you access to all the buying prices and selling prices. And £15 a month for tier 2, which gets you access to our amazing live filters tool, which helps you guys make thousands of coins immediately with some of the best sniping filters on this game. You also get access to this CHEM style calculator, tells you what to sell your cards for, and a trade storage area which we have built ourselves for you guys to use so you can keep a track of how much coins you are making every single day on this game. Make sure you check out FUTTRADING.co.uk, but for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, please do consider subscribing down below, clicking the like button and commenting on the video. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you don't ever miss a trading video. This video is not quite a trading video, but you guys know I like to talk about the game on top of it and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, make sure you turn your notifications on. Check out FUTTRADING.co.uk. It's a brilliant site. I talk about it all the time. It's obviously my job too, but it is brilliant and we love seeing the feedback you're getting from you guys at the moment. Check me out on Twitch and check out my Twitter channel. If you've got any questions, get involved and ask me them there. But this video, I haven't really done one of these yet this year. And those of you who watch my channel know that I'm quite opinionated. I say what I think about this game, about EA in general. And I sort of want to go over how the game's going so far, FIFA 21, possible comparisons to FIFA 20, all that sort of stuff. But I'm going to be blunt here. I don't really have that much to complain about with the game at the moment. There are some things that need to be discussed about it. But for me so far, this year's game has been overwhelmingly positive. There are still things that I don't like, and there are things that I think EA could be doing better. Specifically the infrastructure of how the game is run. But I'm a big fan of what we're seeing so far this year. So what I want to do in this video is go over some of the bits and bobs that we've had so far. Specifically, I want to look at Rulebreakers because I think this is a great promo. It's a sensational promo. And then, yeah, go on to what I hope we see for the future. So with that in mind, let's go talk about a few things. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So first thing I want to talk about on the game straight away before we get into anything about the menus is the gameplay itself. Now, I know the gameplay there are some inherent issues. I don't really like the way that the ball doesn't stick to defenders. I don't really like the way that random stuff, even more so than last year. I saw a video earlier on of Werner flying into the air and landing. There's inherent issues there. However, the gameplay is 10 times better than it was on FIFA 20. There's no doubt in my mind. FIFA 20, I was an elite player consistently every week. I'm not on a weekend league yet, so I can't comment too much on that yet. But for me, the gameplay, I feel, from the games I've played is a lot better than it is. One concern I do have, though, is the way that placement was done this year. I love the placement points on Div Rivals, but I just feel like a lot of people got placed way higher than they actually are. I probably am a Div 1/2 player. I got placed into Div 1 for winning, Div 2 for winning all my games and ended up in Div 1. But I'm seeing guys on my Discord who are maybe Gold 1 players, Gold 2 players, Gold 3 players even, sitting in Division 1 at the moment. And so I think that needs ironing out a bit better to make it more competitive amongst people. But the gameplay is massively improved from last year. It needs patches. I hope they don't patch it too much and break it, but I'm a fan of it. What I do like this year, though, more than any year so far, is the menus. So the first thing that I want to look at, and I'm going to show you guys, that I haven't done most of this stuff yet, so I'm going to go and do it, is the objectives. There seems like a crap ton here to do, more than there was last year. So you've got like milestones over here. You've got a stadium development stuff here, squad battle mastery, all this stuff here. Rivals mastery, champions mastery, all this sort of stuff, finishing mastery, assist mastery, all this stuff here to do. But what I've loved is this stuff. This Mukiele card right now at this point in the game is infinitely usable. Infinitely usable. It's a great card. I'm going to go and get him for my team, so I've got Klosterman untradeable who'll sit there. But it's the fact that you've got this FUT-friendly like mode whereby you do objectives now. You're not doing them in Rivals. That to me is such a big step forward from EA. It's massive. It's absolutely massive. And I'm a huge fan of this. I'm an absolutely huge fan of it. We need more like this. This Silver Stars objective, I'm a bit like, meh. It's probably worth doing because they're doing these random silver objectives and play the full silver team, so I see why they're doing it. I do find it a bit blah, but it's kind of cool anyway. The teams thing, a bit bang average in my opinion. This is okay. I'm not bothered with it. I just don't really see the point. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the time it takes to get a pack like that, I can just trade and buy a pack. It's a bit meh. Season progress decent. Again, I've not played enough games really to comment too much on that, but it is good. Foundations are foundations. But the thing that I've enjoyed so far this year is the way that the SBCs have been done so far. So let's go to the SBC section now. This Flashback Koscielny, I love it. I think it's a great idea. Usable card. This one here though is absolutely brilliant. So earn a special Rulebreakers player pick of Inaki Williams, and you get to choose whether you want his shooting pumped up or you want his dribbling pumped up. And I utterly love this. I think it's absolutely brilliant. It gives you the choice. It gives you an option. I'm such a fan of that for a concept. And again, credit's got to go to EA for that. And I'm assuming it's Jamie Foot Economist who's doing a lot of the content stuff at the moment, I believe. But that for me is brilliant. I think, I'm going to do him probably at some point soon. I'm probably going to go for finishing on him, the shooting on him. I think that's more relevant. Dribbling this year seems okay, but I don't think it's as overpowered as last year. But I love that. SBC seem relatively decent value, like Malong, for example, this card here. I think it's an 83 and an 85. The problem lies here, though. These cards aren't too expensive to do. They're okay to go and do them. My big but to a lot of this stuff is, part of this reason is because the market is so low for fodder. Again, this year, there's nothing at the moment that's really holding the market up. We need something to bring the price of fodder up to make it worth our packs when we get Weekend League rewards or Division Rival rewards. Something needs to come onto the game at the moment because nothing here is holding the market up at all. I can't stand kit SBCs. I've always hated them. It's not something that I think anyone should bother with. God upgrades is much of a muchness. But yeah, it just seems like there's quite a bit of content going on in the game. And it's simplistic stuff like UEFA marquee matchups. It's easy. It's content that doesn't mean a lot to EA. There's a big but to this though. This marquee matchup was the state. The whole thing was the state. And the big reason that I couldn't stand this marquee matchups thing was EA did the marquee matchups and all the common cards went extinct. And so basically people were sniping them for 11,000 coins. You were then able to get those cards a lot easier the next day. And that to me is a bit of a stinky thing for EA to do. For me, things like UEFA marquee matchups and marquee matchups should just be quite easy to do. Even me as a trader, in our trading guide, I'll put something about marquee matchups in there to help people make coins. I'd rather that wasn't an option for us. And everyone gets a few cheap packs each week just to open up and have fun on the game without feeling like they've got to spend a load of FIFA points on the game in order to open packs up. And for me, marquee matchups and a UCL marquee matchup should just be cheap and easy to do. It shouldn't be an SBC whereby you're paying 25k for an SBC for a 25k pack back. It's just not, in my opinion, it's not okay. And that's EA paying off the FOMO. One big elephant in the room, though, with this is the way the servers crashed after Rulebreakers. Now, we don't know why those servers crashed because EA they're always quite tight-lipped about what happens. It seemed like more of a server crash than just people getting onto the game. But again, I'm going to reiterate a point I made last year. EA make billions of pounds a year from FIFA Ultimate Team. It's still not acceptable that we are having these issues of outages for a half a day for basically no reason whatsoever that I can see that a company of this size, of this wealth, can't make sure their servers are functioning relatively well. But again, benefit of doubt. It was the first promo of the year, so slight benefit of doubt on that. So like, okay, cool, we'll let that one go to a degree. And it could have been something really outside of their control. I mean, I don't know personally what could really be outside of EA's control as a company that is making billions of pounds a year. I'm pretty sure your systems can be better than to have it crash because traffic or someone, I don't want to say hacking, but hacking the game potentially, I don't know. No one really knows what's going on. The Rulebreakers promo itself, though, I'm a massive fan of the cards. The reason why I like this promo is EA haven't gone, as I'm about to sneeze. I'm about to sneeze. Hang on. There it is. EA have not gone, okay, cool. These are all the really expensive cards. There are some expensive cards in there, but there's also some infinitely usable cards for now. That Andre card, the Dumfries card. I'm trying to think of other ones that are there, but there's a few really decent cards that anyone can really get hold of. That Harry Kane, what I love about the Harry Kane is EA have finally made Harry Kane usable. One of the best strikers in the world, and he's always unusable. I will say his rating this year was a bit ridiculous on his pace. He's faster than that, but I do like the Rulebreakers in general as a promo. What I would like to see more of, though, is more daily grindable objectives. Something you can do each day to maybe pull towards a rule breaker at the end. I don't think you can do like a guaranteed rule breakers pack, but maybe that could be something you did. Each day you've got to come on, complete an objective in that Foot Friendlies one, get a pack back, and maybe a token. At the end of that week, you then get a guaranteed Rulebreakers pack. It's just something else to grind towards while you're on the game. But I'm not going to complain about the grindability at the moment. The game is very grindable. I am a fan. What I hope it isn't is a case of feast or famine. I really, really hope that it's a case of here's loads of good content at all times, but here's some simplistic content. Stuff that isn't content that's got to be there. Here's a promo, but in between promos, just some bits and bobs we could be doing on the game to keep everyone interested, keep the game fresh and keep it alive. That for me is massively, massively important. The next big thing that I want to see on this game, importantly, is League SBCs need to drop soon, in my opinion, because cards aren't holding value. We need a stabiliser for the market, and League SBCs can do that. And we're told that we are getting Icon SBCs this year. If we do get Icon SBCs this year, that's brilliant. They need to come sooner rather than later. People need a reason to be on the game in terms of League SBC grind into Icon grind, anything like that. So people are sitting there going, okay, cool, well, I've got a good team, and yeah, I want to improve it, but I want a reason to stay on this game beyond that and play 4 or 5 hours rather than the 1-2 hours of what I've got to do. I think they need to come sooner rather than later, and I think EA needs to be a lot more transparent about when they're coming. Couple of things that I want to mention that I think are a massive improvement from this year. The Twitter, they're much more, when the outage happened the other day, people were digging EA out because they were going, we're working on it, here's an update, here's an update, here's an update. Don't dig EA out on that. Because when EA give us no update, we all cry and complain. We all have a go at it and we get annoyed, and yeah, we sort of dig them out. If they're sitting there for 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, and giving us an update per hour on what's going on, I'm all for it. They can't always help a server outage. They can't help something happening with Weekend League, which means it's got to be extended 2 weeks in a row. It can't always be helped. But when it does happen and then they're engaging with us and telling us, yes, this has happened, however, this is what we're doing to fix it, this is what you guys need to know. To me, I'm all over that. I'm happy with that, and I think that's good communication. It's better than it has been. So again, I'll say GG to EA for that, because I've got no qualms of it. I do still have an issue with how pack-heavy promos are. This promo in particular, 3 new sets of packs each day, 1 daily SBC. Again, I'd love to see some sort of grindable objective throughout promos, whereby at the end of that promo, you might get a 100k pack or 125k pack, so that people that don't want to spend money on FIFA points can still experience that excitement of opening up a pack, a good pack, and to grind towards that. It's just, I just wish EA would make it an either or option, as opposed to here's a pack promo with a few bits that you can do if you don't want to open packs up, and say, listen, obviously we want your money because we're a company and you can open packs up here. However, for doing that, we'll also give you the option to really grind out loads of objectives here to get yourself a few packs along the way. I'd just like to see more of that, realistically. But it is overwhelmingly positive so far. This is early days. Like, it is massively early days right now. It'll be interesting to see the next month or two and see really where EA take this at the moment. Live Foot Friendlies, a superb addition. That Inaki Williams choice, I honestly loved it. I thought it was brilliant. The Mukiele card, sensational. Diego Jota you could have got. Again, brilliant for a grindable free card. People are using him in their teams. I legitimately right now, I've got minor complaints, and always going to have that. The game's never going to be perfect. The game's never, ever going to be perfect. But overwhelmingly positive for me. I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it. I think we need more to bring the market up. But outside of that, I'm a massive fan. And EA, I'm hoping this is a way forward for this year, a consistent way forward for this year, whereby the trust of the community comes back and EA take it back to the gamers again and to their community. But that is going to be the end of this video. Apologies if it's not that rant video you guys like, but I don't really have much I want to sort of have a go at the moment. But again, if you're new around here, I normally do trading content. Make sure you turn on your notifications and subscribe. You'll get trading videos. One goes live every day at 5:30. But for now, I am out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.